Our summit has been a great success, and I particularly want to thank President William Ruto, his government, and the people of Kenya, and also want to express my gratitude to the member states, to the leaders of African Union who at all levels have made tremendous efforts. Our international partners have been also with us, and I want also to sincerely thank them. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, a central issue has to be underscored. The implementation of our decision to decide is good, but the implementation is better. The United Nations will soon convene an international conference on the same theme, and COP28 will be organized in the United Arab Emirates very soon. Africa, with the Nairobi spirit, should in no way lose these two opportunities in order to push forward its own agenda for more climate justice, for more concrete action and honoring of commitments, and also for the need for adaptation and transition. These two events that have been mentioned, but before that we need to galvanize and muster all our efforts and bring in these dynamics. On my part, I want to urge that I will mobilize the potentials and resources of the African Union in order to be alert to the Nairobi spirit and to make the greatest contribution to the mobilization and the unification of African voice. As it has been requested in the declaration, the African Union will work out a roadmap for this declaration and will propose to the member states to make climate change the theme of 2025-2026. Similarly, a proposal is made to the member states so that the African climate change be institutionalized and be held every 2 years. So let us fix our idea on the next summit in 2 years' time. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Moussa Faki, Chair of the AUC, Your Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Honorable Ministers, distinguished delegates. I remain immensely privileged to have the tremendous honor of receiving and hosting you in Kenya for the Africa Climate Summit in Nairobi. Your presence has sent an emphatic signal throughout the world that a new Africa is here and that it means business. Your participation in the summit has further demonstrated your individual as well as our collective dedication to represent our peoples and champion their most important aspirations in every critical forum, regionally, continentally, and globally. The Nairobi Declaration, our common stand and firm resolution, reaffirms our determination and sets the stage for a new phase in the global climate action and sustainable development agenda, giving the future of socio-economic transformation distinct and an affirmative African character. I take none of these for granted, and I commend, honor, and thank you for your tireless effort, steadfast support, and willingness to go the extra mile for the sake of a brighter future for Africa and for humanity. As a result of our collective action, there can no longer be any doubt in any part of the world that Africa, humankind's cradle, is also its destiny. Our potential, made up of incomparable young, resilient, and motivated human capital, natural resource wealth, and green energy potential, is going to define the future of global opportunity for unprecedented prosperity and a new paradigm of industrialization that respects the environment and supports our planet's capacity to sustain biodiversity. We have successfully demonstrated that African solutions are not just appropriate for Africa's problems, they are necessary for global well-being. Our Agenda 2063 is an agenda for the benefit of all humankind, and the Africa we want aligns with the planet we need. The cradle of humankind is also its destiny, and Africa is the future, I dare say, of the world. Permit me, Excellencies, to express how profound and proud I am of the quality and scale of what we have been able to accomplish in this inaugural Africa Climate Summit. The boldness, vision, diversity, and thoroughness of the contributions made here in terms of debate, exhibitions, collaborations, and other activities have been deeply encouraging and also inspiring. During this action-focused summit, various stakeholders, including governments, the private sector, multilateral banks, and philanthropists, have made substantial commitments totaling a remarkable US $23 billion for green growth, mitigation, and adaptation efforts across Africa. Let us give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Notable highlights include a transformative partnership investing US $60 million over 2 years in expanding grid access in rural Burundi, a US $4.5 billion commitment from the UAE, represented here by my brother, to boost renewable energy, substantial contribution from the European nations, and significant investments from the private sector, entities like Mazda, PowerGen, Leapfrog, Gross Boundary, and Husk Power, emphasizing renewable energy initiatives. The signing of Kenya's green hydrogen strategy with the European Union is expected to drive and accelerate green manufacturing and create thousands of new high-value jobs in addition to attracting large private sector investments.